Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bikum. Welcome to another edition of Vantage Point on ITV. I'm your host, Mohammed Choonara. Thank you for joining us this evening. Tonight we have a really special show lined up. We're joined by comedian, actor, director, filmmaker, and the founder of Hollywood, Omar Regan. Omar, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to ITV.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mohammed Choonara. Kim Howard, man.
Alhamdulillah, and you.
Thank you for having me on ITV in this Vantage Point. Dun, dun, dun. Let's find out what's going on, right?
Now we're going to find out.
I know.
I think we're going to have fun for the next half an hour with you in the studio tonight.
Oh, alhamdulillah. I'm grateful for that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, where do we begin now? Let's start off at the beginning. Tell us more about yourself.
Well, alhamdulillah, I'm really grateful. My mother, she took Shahada. I was 5 years old. So I grew up learning Islam. She got married to my father, alhamdulillah, who adopted me as his own, Imam Luqman. He was also a new Shahada at the time, learning and studying Islam. So we went through the different stages of, everything is haram to everything. We went through all of that to really finding our balance with the understanding. The more you study, the more you research. And alhamdulillah, I got to the point where I knew what I wanted to do, and I wanted to make films. And so I left Detroit, because I'm born and raised in Detroit. I left Detroit, and then I went to Los Angeles to focus and learn how to make movies. And originally, Mohammed, I wanted to be the first Muslim, if you will, to stand up at the award shows and be like, Layla illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, when I get the award, But alhamdulillah, I'm grateful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided me to do something even bigger. And after doing 4 major films, couple of commercials, and appearing in some other shows, then alhamdulillah, I started Hollywood. I was like, I left Hollywood, started Hollywood, and I'm really grateful.
Okay, going back to Hollywood, as a Muslim actor going into Hollywood, how difficult was it for you to adapt, if I may use the word adapt, in this environment where so much non-halal happens?
Well, you know what, to be honest with you, it's so much non-halal that's promoted, but behind the scenes, there are a lot of good people that's working, and you find a lot of Muslims working in Hollywood. However, what do you need to do to get ahead in Hollywood? You have to lose your manners, you have to lose your discipline, you have to lose your integrity. All that goes out of the window, and you have to just become something else to tell the story. And that's what created problems for me, because I couldn't take every, role that my management at the time, they like, oh, you gotta be dirty, come on, you gotta be dirty. So that was a problem. So I got shelved. What do you mean? Like they wouldn't allow me to audition for any shows. After I turned down the homosexual role, and then I turned 2 of those down, and they were really upset. And then I couldn't audition until I was in a new contract with a different representative. So I had my challenges, because I just wouldn't take every role, and they had so much money on the table. Like, man, we're offering you this much money, and alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful, because Allah blessed me with the strength to say no, and not worry about it, and that comes from, alhamdulillah, my father, Allah yarhamu, man, he was very, very strong, and he instilled that strength about Allah first, and everything else is second, and Allah will always guide you and help you. I had so much hate from Muslims just even going into acting, because they could not even imagine, how can you be Muslim and act? But Allah is kind. I still did 4 major films and didn't have to, do haram. I get it though. I was there.
Yeah.
I saw it. They wasn't there. They don't know. They just hear, and so it'd be like, oh my God. So I like to, I share a lot that it's not all that so, oh my God, it's just haram, man. Oh my God. You never meet any good people or anything like that. But to move ahead and losing your manners and your discipline, that becomes challenging in Hollywood. So, alhamdulillah, I'm grateful that I learned a lot of that. So I wanted to start something where Muslims could be Muslim. They can hold on to their discipline, hold on to their integrity, to their manners, and the things that they believe in, and they could still be an actor, a writer, a director, a producer. You know what I mean? And that's why we started Hollywood.
Okay, now tell us more about Hollywood and what is Hollywood for the South African viewers and our African viewers who don't really know much about it.
Oh, so Hollywood, we focus on making films that that families can watch all together. We don't talk about sex. We don't show all of that things. We keep our modesty and we tell wholesome stories, that's family stories, that everybody can enjoy. So even people of other faith, they would love to watch our films because these are stories from Muslims. Like, how did you build the school? How did it happen? There's a Muslim chef, you know what I mean? So we wanted to focus on telling all these stories, children's movies, the ideas that they have. But it's just for everyone. But we want to maintain that integrity of not using profanity, keeping a modesty on the things that we've been ordered to keep a modesty on, and being mindful of our speech inside of the film, far as being offensive to anyone else's faith, being offensive to people. So my target in every film would be the bad guy will be greed and arrogance. In every film, doesn't matter what he is, doesn't matter if he's a Muslim, Christian, Jew, if he's a mufti, sheikh, just Muslim, mu'min. It doesn't matter if he has the traits of arrogance and greed, he's a bad guy.
So, because if you watch movies or if you watch TV today, a lot of times Muslims are portrayed as being the so-called terrorists or being the bad guy. The boogeyman now has been the Muslim compared to the Russians. That was a few years ago. So now times have changed and the Muslims have become the bad guy. Yeah. So Hollywood is there to show a positive impact on Muslims.
Definitely, we will definitely tell the truth and represent who Muslims really truly are, as opposed to being hijacked by this. That was a strong motivation because, the media is horrible. And I definitely wanted to combat this Islamophobia that they call it, combat that with telling true representation of who Muslims really truly are and what we really truly do. And I find that movies and television shapes people's minds and ideas because they have scared everybody. We have Muslim neighbors, or we have people non-Muslim neighbors, but then they become worried because they watch the news and like, oh my God, are they really planning something? Look at if you have a dinner at your house, no, this must be the meeting. Ah! So, it's so funny how that can happen just to your person. And you've been living there for, 10 years? And now all of a sudden, you're supposed to be a terrorist out of the blue. So I find that media, news, television, you can easily scare people with lies and everything. But how about if it can happen for lies, can it happen for truth? So we started Hollywood to be able to represent who we really truly are, as opposed to allowing other people to tell our stories. And now, guess what they're doing now, Mohammed?
Fake news.
Man, fake news, man. They've given all these alternative facts. Alternative facts like that. It's fake news. Everything's fake news. But guess what? It's been fake news the whole time. So, alhamdulillah, I'm grateful Allah put us in a position. You guys are doing media. It's so good to team up with, the Islamic television broadcast, to team up with the show and you and other people like you that's saying that we need to be involved in media. Because Muslims was only saying we need to be involved in masjid. That was it. And then we're like, well, maybe we do. TV used to be haram. You know what I mean? So subhanAllah, it was so crazy. So, alhamdulillah, I'm grateful. I'm happy to be doing what Allah has blessed me to be able to do.
You mentioned something important, that Muslims are getting involved in media at the moment, which is really important to show our own story. Now, coming back to Hollywood, what positive stories have you been able to put through to the general public about Muslims?
Alhamdulillah, I'm so happy. that we've completed this film, American Sharia, and I wanted to name it American Sharia because they killed my father in 2009. And then they said that he wanted to establish Sharia in America. So this is why I come up with this name, because America like targets Sharia as a problem. Oh, and they scare everybody, you know, oh my God. So people have this Sharia. We don't want the Sharia law here. And they have people protesting. And you know what's so messed up? They don't even know what Sharia is. And unfortunately, a lot of Muslims don't know what Sharia is either. So I wanted to, my intentions was to combat this Islamophobia in media and then educate people a little about Sharia. Sharia means a street, you know, it's like, and then a lot of the scholars say it's a road leading to water, something refreshing that will give you life. So it's just like a set of rules and a set of laws of discipline. And unfortunately, people always be like, they go to the sentencing. But in Sharia, you know, it's so hard to get convicted of a crime in Sharia. Like, Sharia is like, it's so amazing. Like, if you really read it and study, you'd be like, man, they don't even have, if you study even the Prophet ﷺ, you have a hard time finding anywhere where the Prophet ﷺ had ordered someone's head to be cut off. Like, I don't even know where all these, they get to the ruling, oh my God, chop his hand off. Can you ever find where the Prophet ﷺ had someone's hand chopped off in Sahih Muslim, Sahih Bukhari? Can you ever find it? Because generally, what the Prophet ﷺ would tell people is, this man is hungry, these guys stealing food. But unfortunately, the translation of a lot of the Arabic is like, it's not in the English that a lot of us speak. So everything seems like, oh. Yeah. But it's not even just in the Quran. The translation, even in the Bible, they have this in Exodus. I've been studying for my next film, and I've been reading so I wouldn't be offensive. And they say anybody who worships any other God besides God should be destroyed. Like, they have a list of things that's really be like, oh my God. And then I was like, wow, they target Muslims. And then even in the Bible, you know what I mean? They said that the women should cover their hair. In Corinthians, they should cover their head. And if they don't want to, they should shave it. Yeah. So I've been like, men, in the translation of the different scriptures, you find that, oh my God, everybody would be so, oh my God, today. But, you know, people just have to research and study. They'll get a better understanding and know that these rulings is set for human beings to have some discipline and to make a stand. There's a line that you don't want to cross that will, you know, harm other people or, you know what I mean, create problems for other people. So, yeah.
We need to take a short break now, but I think after the break, we're going to have give our viewers a bit of a surprise with some stand-up comedy, and we will speak to you about your life being a Muslim in America under Donald Trump.
Dun, 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 and the Donald.
And the Donald. Stay tuned. We'll be back after the short break. Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Vantage Point, and I'm joined once again by Umar Regan, stand-up comedian, director, actor, filmmaker, and a founder of Halaliwood. Umar, welcome back to Vantage Point.
And we're back to the Vantage Point with Mohammed.
So you can do my jingle from now on.
Oh, all right. And we're back with Mohammed on Vantage Point.
I can use it for my next ad.
Oh, yes, man. Let's do it. Assalamu alaikum. Watch Mohammed, Vantage Point. I like it.
Thank you for the ads.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming back to a bit serious stuff now.
Serious stuff. Yeah. Very serious.
Very serious. Let's speak about American Sharia, the movie. You spoke about it before the break.
Yeah.
Tell us more about this movie and why is it so special?
So, alhamdulillah, this movie is special to me because, subhanAllah, it's the first film that I've done myself, from my head to the paper to directing it. And then, subhanAllah, it's just humbling to have people jump on board like Baba Ali, you know, coming to help me, Joshua Salam from Native Deen and Freeway and Qadir Latif and Nadine. And yes, it was just like a team of us that just wanted to come together to do something great, alhamdulillah, and represent who we really truly are. So it was challenging to make because it costs a lot of money. It costs so much money to make a good movie. And I ran out of money. Muhammad ran out of money. Mm-hmm. And so I had to do what I could because, you know, the Muslims, you know, the Muslim. The first thing they think, haram, haram. It's so bad. I find, Muslims, unfortunately, they think it's haram to laugh. Somebody's been teaching them that. I was like, have you been studying the Prophet ﷺ? Did you know that the Prophet was known not to part anybody without a smile? Like he would just smile. You know what that looked like, Muhammad? Let me show you. That's the Prophet ﷺ. And did you know there's so many hadiths, subhanAllah, of the Prophet that sometimes he would laugh? Did you know that? And they say sometimes when the Prophet would laugh, do you see the back of his teeth? You know what that looked like?
Show me.
Did you see it? Did you see the back of the teeth? Amazing, man. So the Prophet ﷺ was so balanced, and he liked to laugh, and and I studied this the Sahaba called Nu'man, and the Nu'man loved to play pranks, and it's reported the Prophet ﷺ laughed for even up to a year over this same prank that he kept remembering, and he would laugh and say, "Oh, that Nu'man." So much so, even when the Prophet was gone, even when Abu Bakr was gone, Nu'man was still doing pranks. And then Umar ibn al-Khattab, radiallahu anhu, he says, "Oh, if it wasn't for the Prophet ﷺ, like, man, this guy, I would beat you. I would take you out and beat you. But if it wasn't for the Prophet tolerating you." So I find it so messed up that Muslims don't know that you have everybody. They make Muslims, they make the Sahaba, they make the Prophet ﷺ seem like Allah, 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 Allah. They make him sound like robots of dhikr. But they were so regular people, and that's what made everybody want to become Muslim.
That's brilliant the way you put it. Islam is not this serious place where everybody is so serious, and we need to laugh at times. We need to laugh at ourselves at times.
Yeah, it is so true, man. It was إنه هو أذهبك وأذهب. Man, say it.
إنه هو أذهب وأذكى.
أذهب.
Yeah.
وأبكى.
وأبكى. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we study it together, guys. You tuning in? Yeah. He's the one who makes me laugh. It makes me cry. I be like, man, sometimes Muslims have their laughter trapped in them so long, Muhammad, that when it come out like a dead cough. And it even surprised them. And they start laughing. I be like, man, they feel bad. Even sometimes Muslims, they hold on to their laughter like they holding on to wudu. And then when they come out, oh, haram. Haram. And I'm like, man, just laugh. It's okay. Now I get it. Because the hadith, you don't want to, the hadith, the Prophet said, if you knew what I knew, you would cry more than you laugh. Right? They took that to mean like this is a moment that the Prophet ﷺ was having. In this moment, and it was a very serious moment. But guys, he had the balance, and we need to learn the balance. So even me, I like to smile like the Prophet ﷺ. I like to laugh. And alhamdulillah, I like to calm down.
You calm down?
Yeah, serious. Very serious right now. Muhammad, very serious on this Vantage Point.
Okay.
Look at this.
Okay, because we have to get serious now.
Look at this, Muhammad.
Are you serious? Okay.
Are you serious out there? On the Vantage Point. Are you serious? You got another question. I'm sorry, Muhammad.
I can't keep a straight face with you in the studio.
You can.
Okay, but now let's move to something serious.
Okay.
You're a Muslim living in Donald Trump's America.
Oh, people, we're gonna make it great again.
How are you gonna get back into America?
I don't know. Listen, if they don't allow me back, and I have so many of my family members with me, then can we stay here?
Yeah, sure.
Shukran. Yeah.
It's a nice place.
Yeah.
What do you feel about South Africa?
Man, I like South Africa because you guys have, one is black, and so that's crazy, the Zulus, but then it's brown. I see the brown coming in here. I was like, hey, and it's so nice. You guys got the Afrikaans, and so now Allah is so kind that He just made it amazing, and it feels good. People have like good energy here, and they're warm. I was like, wow, they'd be like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, hey, it's cool. They feel close, so it feels good. I like it.
Okay, speaking about the Donald.
The Donald.
Okay, so we heard that you do a very good Donald Trump impersonation.
I don't really, but all I do is this is all you got to do is this. We're gonna make it great again, the Muslims. That's all,
No, but on a more serious side, how is it living in America as a Muslim at the moment?
SubhanAllah, America, we are good. Because our families, so many Muslims, so, you have areas where they're protesting and they want to make it a change, but alhamdulillah, we are still able to pray in peace. Alhamdulillah, we're still able to eat at our halal restaurants. Muslim sisters, we're able to walk, and it's not getting to the point where like, oh my God, we can't go outside. But alhamdulillah, it is certain areas that's a lot more challenging than others. But subhanAllah, Allah is inspiring people of other faith through the rhetoric of, this guy. And people are saying, we are Muslim too. When white people come up to say, we are Muslims, we are Muslim with you. Like, oh my God. You know what I mean? That's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So thank you, white people. And maybe we could do that here in South Africa.
Yeah, hopefully one of the days.
One of the days, yeah.
Okay, another thing is we've got like 2 or 3 minutes left.
Okay.
Our viewers will probably want to hear some of the Omar Regan famous jokes. So the floor is yours.
What would they want to hear from this guy? You know what I be doing sometimes, subhanAllah? I be hoping that I can meet like, some people out there that's not trapped into their laughter and they like to play and have fun like me. Like, hey, like some of my uncles and like my babas. But sometimes I can't tell who it is. So you know what I do? I say, let me see if these guys watch this Bollywood. Tujhe dekha toye. And then I look and I sit back. And then I be like, Then I do this. I be like, Kikitum hi ho, zindagi. And then I look back, and then I see, and then I always get an uncle. And they laugh so quietly. So I'll be like, yes. And then I just look at him and I work him out. Yeah. And then the kids, I'll be like, oh my God, the kids. I tell kids, what if Elmo was Muslim? What would we do? They'd be like, what? And so I started doing Elmo. Assalamu alaikum. Elmo wants to play. Elmo says, La ilaha illallah. And then somebody always looks at me and say, Elmo is black? Like, haram. So, I don't know. Alhamdulillah, I'm grateful. I just try to have some fun. I learn different cultures, I want to learn more of the South African culture, but I learn, My brothers from India, they have something so unique. It's a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I learned this. So and back in America, for a black thing, we do this when we see each other. Yeah. So when I see my Indian family, I could be like, hey. You know what else I learned from my Arabs?
Yeah.
SubhanAllah. I learned they have a lot of bromance. Because as soon as the sheikh, he saw me, he kissed me. I was like, oh. I wasn't ready. He was shorter than me. He kissed me on my neck. I was like, oh. And then other people was getting 3 kisses, but I was still standing there. I said, well, I guess it's okay.
You only got 1.
What? I only got 1. That's why I was like, hey, haram, you owe me 2 more kisses, man.
Did you go back for the other 2?
Yeah, no. Oh, no, haram, man. May Allah forgive him. You owe me 2 more kisses, yeah. I know what you are. You're in the Hajj.
So, are you here for the American Sharia movies that will be shown for the next few days in South Africa? When do you go back?
So, alhamdulillah, I'm here for 2 weeks. I'm going to enjoy South Africa. So, I want to go to Durban. I want to go to Cape Town, Johannesburg, Pretoria, all these beautiful places. So, listen, watch the movie. Find wherever we are. Follow Halalywood. Follow Omar Regan. I need everybody in South Africa to follow at Omar Regan, please, because we want to make Halalywood big and we want our next film to be so much bigger. So, alhamdulillah, please make sure, watch Halalywood.
Omar, thank you so much for your time this evening. It was a lot of fun for the last half hour.
Oh, alhamdulillah.
We hope to have you in the studio again.
Yes.
But until we see you again, assalamu alaikum.
Hey, listen, assalamu alaikum, people. This is Omar Regan and I'm chilling with Mohammed. And watch the show, Vantage Point. Inshallah, I'll see you next time. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
It was a really interesting episode of Vantage Point. Till next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.